Hello, and welcome to another edition of Channel 12 News. I'm Misha Koger with a look at what's been happening around the Des Moines Public Schools. There's a lot going on, so let's get to it. The stock market has been a wild roller coaster recently, and in an event sponsored by Junior Achievement of Central Iowa and John Deere Credit, local high school students had the chance to feel some of the pressure.
Market is open.
The Stock Market Challenge is a virtual stock exchange competition where teams compete for the highest percentage of portfolio growth and to hold the biggest portfolio at the end of the game. Teams of 4 are given a list and description of 26 fake stocks and 500,000 trading dollars. When they decide on trades they want to make, they call for a trader, and that person enters the trade into a Palm Pilot, which updates the larger ticker screen. Teachers and students say it's a great way to see how the stock market works.
We need to sell these that
I firmly believe that for these kids to ever really retire with dignity, they're going to someday have to invest. So the more they learn about it now, about how stocks are traded, how businesses fund themselves, the better they'll be in the future. So it's a chance to see the high pressure of stock trading up firsthand. The real benefit is hands-on. Anybody can learn anything in the book, but it's not real until you apply it to something. And I think that's the key to Junior Achievement, is we're applying it to real life, and then it becomes relevant.
It kind of teaches me more about it because, I took government this year and we learned a lot about it, but this kind of just gives me more information about it so I can kind of understand and follow along what's happening in the real world today.
Junior Achievement strives to teach financial education to students K through 12, and it's with programs like this that they are able to accomplish that goal.
Stock market is a hard thing really for kids to understand. And so this is a way, at least in a small sense, for them to understand what happens day to day in the financial services world with stocks going up and down, what drives stock prices, and how traders and financial advisors work in order to make money for their clients.
High school teams from around Central Iowa participated in the Stock Market Challenge, and 2 teams from the Des Moines schools, East and North, finished in the top 10. Breakfast was very exciting for 2 Des Moines middle school students on a recent morning. As winners of a contest, they enjoyed breakfast with a professional football player. During a special breakfast visit, Goodwill Middle School student Brittany Jones was visited by Chicago Bears quarterback Kyle Orton as part of a prize package in the Take a Player to School breakfast contest. This contest, sponsored by Midwest Dairy Council and done in cooperation with the NFL Players Association and Des Moines Public Schools, was a web-based contest that encouraged students in grades 6 through 12 to participate in daily physical activity and eat nutritiously. Brittany was the star of the day, enjoying some one-on-one time with Kyle. The following day, Kyle visited with another winner, this time at Callahan Middle School. Student Joe McDonald enjoyed his one-on-one time with Kyle, and then headed to the auditorium where Kyle told all the students how important it is to eat a good breakfast.
2 important things to know is that you need to choose more nutritious foods to start off your day. And some of these include low-fat dairy products, whole grains, fruits, and vegetables, plus, and more importantly, to get 60 minutes of physical activity a day.
The students made their way to the cafeteria where Kyle sat with Joe and ate a grab-and-go breakfast. Kyle shared stories about how eating a nutrient-rich breakfast impacted his ability to perform both on and off the field. Kyle Orton is an Altoona native and says he enjoys coming back to the area. In other news, elementary students across the district are having the chance to spend lunches reading books with community volunteers.
Come and eat the small seeds.
The program known as Everybody Wins is a literacy mentoring program that brings community volunteers into the classroom to eat lunch and read with students. Known as the Power Lunch, volunteers take 1 hour a week to dedicate to reading with these students. The program targets schools and classes that need extra literacy support. Erin Freeland, Executive Director of Everybody Wins, says the name of the program encompasses their mission.
We make it easy. First of all, for the volunteers, they know that when they show up, there's students waiting, lunch is waiting. They can come in, spend some quality time with that student, and then go back to work. Employers find that their employees come back even more excited about getting their job done because they've had this really valuable experience. And of course, for the students, to have somebody to come in, read with them, be their friend, they know that every week their volunteer is coming just to see them. And to have that kind of special relationship is amazing for the students. students, and they're learning to read better in the process.
It's almost nice to be able to get out of your daily routine and then come here and then do something completely different, and it is refreshing, and it's you have a feeling of satisfaction.
Everybody Wins is a nonprofit organization funded through grants and corporate partners and serves over 400 students in central Iowa. There are nearly 200 students who would benefit from having a volunteer reader, so anyone interested is encouraged to visit the Channel 12 website and click the story to get a link to Everybody Wins. Students in the Advanced Broadcasting and Film program at Central Campus recently had a special visitor from the film industry. Hollywood Assistant Director Kenny Chaplin spoke to the students about working in the film industry and what it's like working on movie sets here in Iowa. Chaplin was in town working on the new Ray Liotta movie called Ticket Out. After the visit to the class, he went on the air with Roosevelt Sr., Easton Gruber, for a live interview on the Des Moines Public Schools radio station KDPS 88.1 FM. Moving over to Brody Middle School, the group known as Thank Goodness I'm Female, or TGIF, recently created 7 colorful tie blankets from donated fabric. They then delivered them, along with custom-made Get Well cards, to patients at Blank Children's Hospital. TGIF meets on a weekly basis at Brody and is funded by the Chrysalis Foundation, a group that focuses on volunteerism, female empowerment, and other areas that affect the lives of young women. A group of Garton Elementary students were recently rewarded for good bus behavior. The school offered a challenge to students at the beginning of the year, stating that a group of students who didn't have any office referrals during the first semester would be rewarded with a pizza party. Students who ride bus 550 won the challenge and celebrated by eating pizza on a recent afternoon along with their bus driver. 5th grade art students at Greenwood Elementary had been learning about proportions. Students in Mary Helen Grace's class downloaded a photo of President Obama and drew a grid of 1-inch squares on the photograph. Each student took a 1x1-inch square and enlarged it to 5x5 inches. Each square was painted using black, white, and gray paint. The final portrait measured 40 by 50 inches. A day off of school for students doesn't always mean a day off for teachers. A recent professional development day at the Polk County Convention Complex gave the teachers and administrators a chance to listen to guests speak on various topics, such as how to extend students' learning beyond the classroom and getting students inspired with project-based learning.
So if we change the light bulbs or we...
One session, presented by Blake Hammond, a Merrill Middle School science teacher, even showed teachers how they can be more energy conscious in the classroom. Finally today, Des Moines Public Schools has received a clean financial bill of health, according to a recent audit by the district's external auditors ending fiscal year June 30, 2008. The external audit, which is conducted annually, covered 3 areas: school district financial statements, compliance matters and tests of controls, and federal dollars. In all 3 categories, the district received the highest opinion that can be given. Nancy Sebring, superintendent of Des Moines Public Schools, said in a statement, "In the midst of the uncertain economic climate, we are pleased the external auditors can publicly confirm the district's financial position is in good standing." Thank you as always for supporting Channel 12. To see these stories at any time of the day or night, watch them now online at www.channel12online.org.